Hey everybody, it's Mari. Welcome back to my channel. I have a layout share here today that is focusing on the My Creative Scrapbook May Kit layouts that I created. And I do have a process video for this first layout, but I am going to show it anyways for anyone that might have missed the process video for this layout. So each one of the projects I'm sharing today is a 12 by 12 scrapbooking layout. And as I've said, these are all using the May kit, the main kit from My Creative Scrapbook. This is a beautiful kit, and mostly it had Amy Tangerine Picnic in the Park products, but there were also a few other products like Crafty Girl from Simple Stories. There were a few bits and pieces from that collection as well. So for this particular layout, what I did was I took the Crafty Girl paper that has the horizontal stripes and then the dots on the back, and I put a strip of the horizontal stripe paper on each side, obviously wider and narrower from left to right. And here what I did was I used Lindy's Stamp Gang Magicals to match up with the colors of those stripes going down. I used a bunch of the embellishments from the die cut pack from Picnic in the Park. I also used some of the foam embellishments as well that were also part of the Picnic in the Park collection. That foam embellishment sticker sheet was a 6 by 12 sticker sheet that had tons of embellishments on it, and they were really fun to use. They were super colorful and just really neat because they have some dimension to them, and they're foam rather than thickers or chipboard. So here you can see just the different die cut pieces that I used, and I also used one of the exclusive cut files for the kit purchasers, and these cut files are gorgeous. The one that I used here is the cut file Smile, and on each one of these little heart tabs I put lyrics to the Michael Jackson song Smile. And yeah, this layout is just a tribute to my daughter, who's one of our health heroes. She's a nurse, and this particular layout is about the first day that they had to wear their masks for 12-hour shifts, and her face gets super sore from the mask after wearing it for 12 hours, and just kind of documenting that and like all of the different changes that are happening due to COVID-19, including all of the contact precautions that they have to abide by in the hospital and that kind of thing. So this layout is, mostly using the Crafty Girl inspiration for the color scheme, and then some embellishments with the Amy Tangerine collection as well. So these two frames that I've used here and stitched are also from the die cut pack from Picnic in the Park. So that is that layout. I mean, lots of other little details. I've got a scallop border there and some stitching and that kind of thing too, but there is a full process for this one. Okay, this layout was my take on the sketch. And the sketch had kind of like two focal areas. The original sketch, I think, had stars in these two areas, and I chose to use another one of the cut files, and this cut file is a floral with some leaves. And I used some coral cardstock to cut the cut files because there's lots of kind of coral tones in the Picnic in the Park collection, including this pattern paper that I used as a border around the project. And I also used a little bit of mixed media. I used some Distress Oxide inks in the background here, so I didn't use any gesso or anything like that on my white cardstock. I just went in and applied that dry, and then I did some splattering over top of that. You can probably see those splatters. And just to give a little bit of a background focal area for my two cut file pieces. I also did a little bit of stitching around the outside edge of the florals. And I also did some stitching all the way around the edge of the white cardstock. And I've kind of got two mats here. I've got a mat of the blue dot paper that was in the kit, and then this floral paper. To embellish, I used die cuts from the Amy Tangerine die cut pack, and I also used the foam stickers as well that were part of that, like I said before, the foam sticker sheets, and loved those. This is part of that. These little florals are part of that. This one, this little floral here, and the camera are all part of that Amy Tangerine sticker pack. Amazing. Those are my favorite embellishments from this kit. And this actually is also from the foam stickers from Amy Tangerine. So you can see I've got 2 square photos. I've distressed the edges and I've matted them each on a piece of white cardstock and then just done the little bit of embellishing there. So that is pretty much perfect is the title of this layout, and it's just highlighting the pictures of my daughter and my son's cat that I took one day when she was over for a visit, and the pictures are just so cute. You can see Katie is just lifting up her nose to Bailey's face. So cute. Love that cat so much. She's so awesome. This is my third layout for using the main kit. 2 smaller square photos, once again, photos of the cat, and this time with my son. And what I did with this project was I used one of the Hey Crafty Girl pattern papers. It's the one with the text on it. I sized it down. I wanted 2 mats again, so I've got a white cardstock mat and then another Hey Crafty Girl patterned paper. This is the one that's got the grid design on it and the florals. And so I just sewed around the white paper. And then my idea here was to take the cut file from May and stitch in the rainbow area, take the inside pieces of the clouds and pop them up, giving them some dimension, distressing the edges of them, putting some splatters on them of, I think, probably some Distress Oxide colors. And I also did a little bit of Distress Oxide dry, just a blending of color onto my rainbow as well. I used the white glitter alphas to spell out Fur Baby as my title, and then I used more of those Amy Tangerine foam stickers for some of my embellishments. What I did here was I used a heart punch from my stash, and I cut out different sizes of hearts, stitched through those hearts, but I've also added a little bit of Distress Oxide ink to them in the color palette from the patterned papers. I also took a couple of pattern papers from the kit and just cut them roughly in the size of the photos, a little bit larger, to mat my photos, pop my photos up on some foam adhesive, and the mats are distressed, and I've also sewn through the tops of those areas of the photo. Typed out my journaling. I also distressed the edges of my journaling and just, journaling about the cat again. I'm kind of sad about the cat because my son was living with us temporarily for just a short while after he moved back from another province. He finished his master's and was starting a new job, and so he stayed with us for just a short time, and he's since moved out, but he took his cat with him, so we really miss her a lot. We miss him too, but like the cat is also very good. She's just the sweetest cat. So anyway, lots of fun working on this project. It was pretty fun to do this one. I loved it. Then the third one that I did, I started off with white cardstock, sized it down a little bit because I knew that I wanted to do a mat of pattern paper from the main kit. I once again used a cut file. So the cut files are always amazing, and I'm a huge fan of cut files. I feel like they're a really great way to create a design. And if you don't have a cutting machine to use the cut files, I guess there's other ways that you can get around that. Like you maybe could somehow trace some of the designs and, cut them with scissors, or I'm not really sure, but I do really, really love my silhouette, my cameo. It's awesome. And if you don't have one and you've been thinking about purchasing one, I don't think will regret it. I never have. I've had mine for probably about 4 years now, and it's just worked like a charm. And I love creating scrapbooking layouts with cut files. So this is another one of the exclusive cut files. It's the kites, and I backed the kites with the rainbow pattern paper from Amy Tangerine. I did a little bit of mixed media in the background there. You can see just really simple, just a little bit of work with some Distress Oxide inks again. Really, really simple and basic in the kind of like a rainbow color scheme. And then I used those beautiful white glitter alphas again that are part of the kit for my title, which is Easter 2020, and the wonderful foam pieces again to embellish. So happy, this moment is actually from the cardstock sticker sheet. And I've got some of the die cut pieces here again and did a little bit of sewing around the edge. You can see here I've got some distressing on my photo, a little bit of vellum behind there, and that's it. That's another layout that done from the main kit. And so that was the 4 projects that I did with the main kit from my creative scrapbook. So I had so much fun this month working with this kit. It's a beautiful kit, and I've been just really, really fortunate to help promote these kits the last few months, and every one of the kits is just so beautiful, and I'm super impressed. Make sure you check out the link in the description box below to my Creative Scrapbook official website, and you can check out all of the different kits that they offer each month, and you can subscribe to the kits. You can get whichever kit that you would like, and all of the kits are just gorgeous. So thanks so much for stopping by today and taking a look at my layouts. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you back here another time, and take care. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.